ratings come in doubles. And so we come the twin week, the second week. I beg to differ. Student debate competition. Lagos, good evening, Nigeria. Welcome to our second week of yours. Nigeria Info's I beg to differ student debate competition season 6. I beg for is Nigeria's foremost radio debate competition for school kids aged 13 to 16. I am Femi Obong-Daniels, but you know I'm never alone. Here comes
Yvonne Okhaifo. Good evening to you and welcome.
Yeah. You and I have spent so much time together.
Indeed. I feel we're bonding well.
Yeah, it's almost going to look.
A day from 4 to 6 p.m. Anyway, Lagos.
I mean, if you have to spend 2 hours of every day with somebody, that's amazing.
Truly.
Yeah.
But Lagos, welcome. This is week 2 and day 1 of week 2 of the Lagos. We are streaming live on Facebook, on YouTube. Do well to connect to the stream. We are still in playoff stages, as I said. 16 contestants head to head in this week, Lagos. From here, the top 8 will to join the top 8 from last week, round of 16 matches.
Mostly 2 matches daily throughout the course of it. You mean contestants for today's matches will tell out our judges. So you already know 2 battles again today. Our judges, Dr. King Hadi Che, of the Education, Multiple Studies, Pan Atlantic University of Nigeria. Also, Judge Barrister Ishoma Again is head of legal and administration for the group of companies housing our triad of radio stations, so School FM, FM, and Nigeria Info. Our judge is George Ekove Basi. She's a program officer at Budget. The legendary former examiner, Nigeria Info, but also Cool FM and Azobi FM.
Indeed. Now that you met our judges, Lagos, let's introduce us for the tournament. Weezy is giving stands over 1 million naira prizes and is also providing other logistics. Weezy is Nigeria's pioneer platform for He is making sure that the contestants stay refreshed, not just the contestants, but also the production team. Our is offering outdoor catering services festive season. And Lagos, if you go out and tell them you want to book them for your outing party or whatever, just give them a code. Just tell them Nigeria Info, and they will give you a deal.
Okay, fantastic. Can I use?
Well, if you're throwing a party and you need outdoor service, why not?
Okay, just wanted to get out. You want to share details?
Truly. For sponsorship, Lagos, and you should call 070-3498-4352. 070-3498-4352. You can also send an email to info@nigeriainfo.fm.
Now, Nigeria Info, I beg to differ student competition season 6 will walk away 1 million naira, an HP, a Green Lion folding laptop stand, and a Green 3-in-1 set. The first prize. First runner-up, get 500 naira. A GP Pro Gaming Console, GLG10 Ultra Tablet, a Green Lion 3, and a JBL Clip 4. Second runner-up, whoever comes third, with 250,000 naira, a GLG10 Ultra Tablet, Green AirPods Pro 2, a Green Lion Smartwatch SE. Gadgets are, of course, courtesy of Obun.
Contestants today are Kaba Theophilous seated to my left and Obun-Takon Emmanuella seated to my right. They've got such a smile on their faces today, and they will debate the topic: should childbearing be regulated? One will say yes, childbearing should be regulated, and the other will say no, childbearing should not be regulated. 5 p.m. Jewel in Yolua and Akeme will debate the topic. 1 year of male service should be mandatory at age 18.
It would seem one of the contestants Theophilous needs some assistance with is fine now.
Okay.
Oh, so let's meet them. Mentioned Theophilous Kaba. Kaba Theophilous, that's surname Kaba. He's 15 years age. He is in SSE at Ideal Crystal School Alakwere in Lagos, in Nigeria. Say welcome, Kaba Theophilous. Hello, Theophilous. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good to see you, huh?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
My name is Kaba.
Yes,
Do you know what it means? Liberian. Who are Liberian?
By birth.
By birth. Okay. Both parents from Liberia?
No, only my dad.
Only your mom is Nigerian.
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. It's good to see you. Are you ready for this?
Yes, sir.
Brilliant. His opponent is 13-year-old Obun-Takon Emmanuella. I murdered her name. She will forgive me. She's got guile, to assure me. She's an SS2 student of Reagan Memorial Girls Secondary School, Yaba. Hello, Emmanuel.
Hello, sir.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Did I murder your surname?
It was okay.
Say it so I can get it once and for all.
Obun-Takon.
It's good to meet you, huh? You ready to?
Yes, thank you.
Brilliant. We go from here. It is time. Let me just put this out there so you guys understand, okay? Our judges will award points based on the number, the quality, and the originality of every unique point. Now, the judges will also judge style based on clarity of thought and eloquence of presentation. Okay? Now, there is a ability that at the end of 3 rounds, you may tie. If indeed you are both tied, you will engage in a tie round. For that tiebreaker, you say, if you defend the position now, the other defended in the tiebreaker. Okay? 5 minutes to argue the position previously argued by you. Again, you'll be scored for all origins made which were missed by your opponent presentation and rebuttal round. Now, after the winning debater will qualify for round of 16. Is that on the...
Yes, sir.
Good.
Fantastic. Victims already know the rules, but just as a reminder, not to come into the studio with any pre-document containing your topics or your argument, rather. Now, each of you will get 3. You will get the presentation round, you will get the rebuttal, and you will get the closing round. Whoever will begin the closing round. Whoever opposes the motion will speak first in the rebuttal. You understand that? Now, I've got 2 pieces of paper folded on. I am going to shake them as I am doing right now. Each pick simultaneously. What you pick will determine how you debate them, whether you will support or oppose the motion. Is that clear? Are you ready to pick now? Fantastic.
As Yvonne handles through the pick, or call them the not, please be reminded we're streaming live on our social media pages on Facebook, YouTube. Cannot miss it. Nigeria Info. It's 99.3 on Facebook, and just look for Nigeria Info on YouTube. Drop your comments. We'll be sharing with via the phone lines, via WhatsApp, and of course, all the other social media.
That's right, Lagos. The contestants have know the topic. They have chosen which side would be. We'll find out whether after come back from the short break. They're back to the playoffs continue Monday. At 4 p.m., Kaba faces off Obun-Takon Emmanuella to debate the topic, should be regulated. At 5 o'clock, Joel faces off Akemi Cristobal to debate the topic, 1 year of military service demanded at age 18. Yvonne joins Femi, Obong-Daniels and myself as we rate competition. I beg to the first 32 debaters, winner 1 million naira. Supported OEZ Okhaifo. For sponsorship and inquiries, call 70-3498-432 or shoot an email at info@info.fm.
Welcome back. Debate time. News asks Kaba, Theophilous, and Obun-Takon Emmanuella. It's Theophilous versus Emmanuella. Well, Yvonne, how do you choose?
Well, it's up to them to decide, to tell us how they choose. I'll start with the lady. Emmanuella, how do you pick?
I'm support. Okay, the paper I chose says I'm
Supporting motion.
Yes.
So that leaves the opposition.
Yeah.
Fantastic. You know, you have your topic. It is now time to debate. Emmanuella, you have 3 minutes.
Before she starts, do we want to remind them what the topic is?
Oh, the topic, Lagos, is should childbearing be regulated? Remember, Lagos, we are streaming live, so feel free to tune into the live stream. You see the Twitter so that you follow the debate and see this market this evening. Now, that's better. I read 3 minutes start now, Emmanuella.
We highly distinguished judges, respected Kaba debater, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Obun-Takon Emmanuella from Reagan Memorial Girls Center, and today I am here to answer the question: should childbearing be regulated? And yes, shall be regulated. Firstly, I'm going to move overpopulation. Of course, overpopulation is excessive increase in number of people in a particular country at a particular time. That's the present infrastructure in the country, and this is out of non-restriction of childbearing to overpopulation. And there are issues that come along with it in the economy and in the lives of the individual. The economy, you can see that there will be high expenditures because the government has to meet up to the needs of the citizens in that way. And in the family, we might have cases of the polygamous family and monogamous families where family can give birth to at least 1 to 12 children. And in Nigeria, when we come out on the streets of Nigeria, teach students roaming the street, either begging or hawking for rather than being in school to build the educational pursuits of that child because their parents would not meet up to the needs psychologically and the basic needs of the child. Then we move on to the population. So now child parent is when the regulation of child is implemented, there's going to be moderate population, thereby making the government to be stable and prepare utilization of resources. Let's use example Libya and one of the most secrets in the world, populated country in the world. And Libya and existing resources. Libya is moderately populated and Nigeria is highly populated. Now Libya, under the reign of Gaddafi, Libya utilized it properly and made those resources. If Libya was able to take care of them and needs, the government was able to meet the needs of them, also met the needs of outside countries like China, just because of civilization. Imagine if that same thing, Nigeria would have gone places. So this points have stated the point states why childbearing should be restricted for development in countries and avoid issues. Thank
Obun-Takon Emmanuella. She has just debated that childbearing should be deleted. Obun-Takon Emmanuella is a TSO is the motion supporter. We'll now hear the motion poser Kaba. Your 3 minutes starts now.
Humans always trying to control natural. God those navigators, charting us to regulate childbirth. Yet they are failed to realize the potential of a large population, and this might cause of their downfall. We are members have to give out minority, honorable moderators, panelists of the board, meticulous timekeeper, anniversary, and upload body. And good day. My name is Theophilous, Center of Radical School, currently in SS, and I'm here to vividly which states should childbearing be regulated in our post-pandemic future. It's imperative we engage ourselves into surrounding childbirth regulation. As our world's massive population finance resources, people may ask, is this a good way to use the policy? No, it isn't. Global population begins to swell because of human diversity, human potential, and overall culture, as well as other specific core of biology. We envision diversity. Join me as I harmonize with this powerful point of view: human rights and individual autonomy. Regulation of capacity infringement of human rights and basic individual autonomy, reproductive choices, and these have been a major core of criticism. Let's look at China's one-child policy. It was mainly criticized not because of it was only seen as genocide policy, because illogical. What we use a policy that kills almost 400 million according to statistics. Moving on to my next point, which is cultural diversity. According to this, one child policy. It has said cultures have very respective family size, and regulation of not be able to accommodate and respect this diversity has been a major source of its failure. Moving on to my next quality of life. My opponent might like to say that if this policy is my better quality of life, but not, because the higher the population, the higher the production, the higher the per capita income of every country, for higher demand and supply ratio. Moving on to my next point, is foster innovation and diversity. Don't you know that children new innovation and bring new ideas and perspectives, and it's a major cause of why countries like US, China, Canada, with their high population, are not the greatest countries today, not because of only their technological advance, but because of their population too. Moving on to my next one, government concerns. Aren't you concerned on what the government is doing about this, including in personal matters? And this is not what is supposed to happen. Democratic system, such as our system here in Nigeria, youth policy, one child policy, and also actually be found through in democratic introduced by the government in personal, and this can to further intrusion in future of this democracy. Moving on to my next point, my opponent seems about the tip of the iceberg. Moving on to my next point, which is economic contribution of children. Children contribute to economic growth to the nation. How you say? Well, don't you know that it can align with the population growth and the available jobs, and this has been a major source of revenue for many countries. Moving on to my next, which is natural population stability. The population tends to stabilize naturally. Even with the policy, it has been proved by statistics done by Hon Rosin, found that population will actually naturally when the population grows. Moving on to my next point, this policy causes demographic imbalance. Thank you.
Lagos. About 15 years old. As opposed to the topic, the childbearing should be deleted. We will have pause at this juncture. Take a break and return for rebuttals.
And remember, guys, you were supposed to be looking and taking notes, and those notes will feature in your rebuttal round. So these applause is for you for a spirited opening. Okay? When we come back,
this back real.
We are then going to play you on Monday at 4 p.m. Kaba Space Obun-Takon Emmanuella. Debate the topic: childbearing deregulated. At 5 Joel in Neolua, faces of academic Isabel. Debate the topic: 1 year of military service should be military at age 18. I am Yvonne Okhaifo, John Femi, Obong-Daniels, and myself as we moderate the competition. To the 32 betas, 1 winner, 1 million naira. Supported by Obun For sponsorship and inquiries, call 0034984352. Top bill at info@nigeriainfo.fm.
This is the paper on Hard Facts. Conversation continue moment.
99.3 Nigeria Talk. 99.3 FO. Let's talk.
More conversation, more talk, more right after this.
Where you could date on December. Tell me the blind man says something is not the experience.
Everyone sees the gamble, the awards, and the results, but not many see the pain associated with this uni journey. The long hours of filming on set, little trips, multiple locations, and the various times I stand performances on screen all come a lot bodily pain. Yes, it is human to feel pain, but because we do this for the fans, we must find a way to ease those pains. In fact, everything. This is what it takes to be at the top. Finding an effective painkiller to ease the pain. I use it from May and Baker.
Ease the pain with Easel. First relief from pains and fever. Easedol comes in easy-to-swallow tablets for adults and suspension for children. Available in all leading drugstores nationwide. Easedol. Ease the pain. If symptoms persist in 2 days, please see your doctor.
Okay, let me go.
Wow, I always didn't recognize you.
Have I changed that much?
Your skin is simply brilliant.
Oh yes, I don't like quality sip. It's my secret to layer beautiful skin.
You could if you use video. I don't like infoliating soap. Bold. Be beautiful. Be adore. I don't want to come in cat and papaya variants. Adore is Africa proof.
I won't tell her about one revolutionary product from one Dama company. Them call enough majestic semen plaster. You need the bond agent or POP pen to mix them and dust to fit me and still use them after 24 hours. See what they can or one bag they cover 22 square meter and pure white. Big construction company they use well to save cost plus good fishing or the benefits they it minimize waste very well and it's serious in when they refit cracks. And now they for kilometer 42 West Way near Camp Estate. Their number 0807
Are you a young college designer with passion, creativity? Show your team results, spirit, creativity, and win big at the DG Hop Nigeria 20 Awards and Contests. Silk design, football winning outfits, and score big with a dance to win cash prize and 100,000 naira. We are looking for the fresh designs, inspired by fall and power of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal. Here's how to participate. Design, ball outfits, warriors with love, all in creating Mazulia colors. Don't forget to include SDCT in your design, representing peace, justice, strong institutions. Send entries to sell me at ZobiaFM.com and be sure to share them on your social media. The hashtag #CYZobia2023, hashtag UNGWCOP23, and #Take the Ball. Visit www.zobiafm.com for more information, including color and all details. To join this opening, to make world of fashion and global, turn and condition, DG Nigeria 2023, where passion meet posts, see Zobia, playing for locals.
God, we are the all this airtime that it's a flash. Don't me for bank card my or no do. Not just the big airtime begging and they straight my bank account. Thanks to blow it pop. Say blow it pop. Now is it pop that is my account. No stress, no wahala. So you mean say person no need worry about not cash at all. It's not what I don't if you can go easy go and phone app. What's it? And log us. Download Okhaifo app to up or down star 777 unlimited. We're back.
Big info gas. And Okon the childbearing be ready. Now you leave Brenton begin. So let's go. You've 3 minutes. I am about to ensure 3 minutes. Start. Theophilous.
Start again.
Hold on. I have to make sure I am as fair as possible, okay? I'm actually starting the clock. 3 minutes. Start. Now.
Thank you, wonderful moderator. It's a wonderful opportunity to change our point from stone to the space of defense. Now, firstly, my opponent had that population concerns, but I strictly beg to differ. Well, let's look at policy. It actually said that China's child policy was able 400 billion birds. Well, Iran actually said that bird related, even without the use of any policy or regulation, can be stopped without using this policy. This policy led to imbalance. It was said that the ratio of men women were 100 and 100. That looks like small figure at African biology. It actually means 400.31 million men than women. This shows that this play a demographic balance. Moving on, I know it helps the economy, but I beg to differ again because lower the per capita income of every country. Let's look at the countries that are leading today. There are countries with high population. Even said in 19 that even Dubai's world leader said in 19 would like to raise its population because he knows the value of a great population, how it helps the economy. Don't you know that a more low population actually marks the economy? Everyone just sees everything is actually stop creativity and innovation. Never you said abandonment, but not it doesn't only do child abandonment.
Feel free to you can have your mic. Okay, you don't have to bend your mic. Good.
Let's look at abandonment. A basic might that consider human now that this race can make my people be only child abandonment. Let's look at child policy. It actually taught more female. What does that mean? It means that female became if it means meaning they are being when they are still young, meaning that this policy can be a greater rate in adoption rate, which led to a decline in the overall child giving of parents. Moving on, he said moderate population. It doesn't actually give a moderate population because when every population is regulated, it can lead to what we call speciality. In economics, what does this mean? This means that people are not allowed to free go and they can cause again I say demographic balance. Open your statistical effect with them. They tell you they are talking after people why to say infrastructure and one of the things that people see. You said resource utilization. No more resource utilization because when everyone is comfortable, affordability is the killer of honesty. And when someone is good, there's no need for them to even do anything that want to grow, and this may lead to an economic collapse. Okay, I want to add some of my points. Natural popularity.
The last 15 years old, a student of ideas full library. He is the most those think that child should be regulated out here. Obun-Takon finish. Now.
Good day again, hi, I think Jordan, my code waiter. Okay, so one of the points that you mentioned during your round was infringement. But this our topic has an infringement of rights. I do not remember how the regulation of childbearing has become a right. Childbearing is not a right, so regulating it make it. And even if you were to mention birth rights, according to WebMD, is the fundamental right that the woman has in the laboring. And secondly, you said that China, after everything that China implemented this policy, that China had disadvantage. No, even after China implemented this policy, China was still advantageous because of export of goods. Even in Nigeria now, we use China as partners. All great countries in dealing. Thirdly, you said in children that this stops. We need true innovation, and this stops the but this stops. We only regulate the amount of the birth of children rather that that's supposed to be in a country or in a family. Firstly, you said that they got introduce the rules. Right. Well, the government is for the people and by the people, right? According to Abraham. So if the government does not intrude, of course, what government has to do, the government consult and bring in the citizens in all that they do. So the citizens decide whatever should happen. So the government intrudes, and it's not until the government forces the citizens to do them. The government has informed them. First, that it restricts that there will be unemployment in society. No, disability is only for even minor. Because and issues when this is not overpopulated. This is of moderation, and also said that most countries don't realize when there's recession.
Sitting here, even though our AC are busting up, and it is so hot in here. These brilliant kids are debating the topic. Should be regulated? You've heard the president at the bottle round. We'll take short break. You're losing rounds, ladies. Stay here.
Ladies and gentlemen, yes, it is the festive season. And one brand that is looking to help you celebrate in the most efficient and enjoyable way possible is Buka Hot. Yes, get ready for an unforgettable celebration this festive season because Buka Hot firing up the excitement with the sizzling outdoor king service they have on offer. Buka is all the animal spots for the authentic Niger experience. It's just a book for those who have spontaneous moments where they need food for border breeze or just creating moments that would last. Yes, for you and for everyone that you love. And best about it is all at your fingertips. Simply pick up your phone and dial 0700 882-6279. Let Buka Hut make your celebration an unforgettable experience. Thank you when you find out.
Let's talk.
Welcome back. It is now time for the closing round of the date of this hour. Kaba going Emmanuella on the top. Should childbearing be regulated? Third, the present round closing rounds. I will with the motion supporter. Iman, your 3 minutes starts now.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. As I keep saying, I would like to finish the points spoken on. So if I also talked the homeless children on the streets of Nigeria, and I never said that child abandonment that my opponent mistook me. Sorry, Charles, about that. But you obviously mistook me because I said that they are supposed to be in schools rather than on the streets, because their parents are not providing for them well. Because if childbearing was regulated, right, the children will not be on streets and they will be in schools. I never said anything about child abandonment. If only they implemented these policies before the child were given birth to, children on the streets will have been less and not up to the amounts that we have right now. You also said that well, all I said about Libya is proven, and I have facts to back up that, because there is no how that a population will be small and there should be disadvantages. Yes, there will be disadvantages, but they will not be up to that as those that are overpopulated. And we move on. I'd like to also say some of my points. Economy. In the economy of an economy where child bearing is regulated, there will be peace, and it will also reduce pollution. Because do you know that if there are more people, it will increase the rate of pollution, and the government, and not that the government will also look into ways to provide and meet the infrastructure for the amount of citizens that they have. Because when we have a large number of citizens and less infrastructure, it's going to be less beneficial to the government. So they got to try to look for ways, therefore causing more strain on the government. Then why don't just restrict childbearing, choose birth control or family planning? This does not by any way cause harm to the individual or to the person that bears or to the economy. Then we move on and say that I also like to mention stability in government, because we also argued about that. When you say a government is stable, it means that the government is able to look into ways and able to stand strong. The government is able to be independent. Now imagine a government that always depends on other countries. That government will be so strong, right? But the government has to look for ways to source and fund from themselves. Then we move on to the case of Libya and Nigeria again. If Nigeria only had implemented this policy to help in the economy, help in other areas, other aspects, because you know that when we look into this, we don't only look at the outer frame or what it will lead to in years time. Because if this is not regulated, the amount of children on the streets, this is criminality. Thank you.
Obun-Takon, Emmanuella, 3 minutes. Your minutes are up. Thank you so much. We will now move to Kaba Theophilous.
Just before we do that, when bell goes, okay, don't stop abruptly. Just sign off. Okay? If it's 5 seconds, just say, just sign off. Okay? Rather than end abruptly. Say thank you or, oh, those are my points, something. Okay? The way radio works, okay? It's not very nice to the ears if you just go off like that.
Right, all right. Let's go. Theophilous, your 3 minutes start now.
Wonderful audience, moderators, I return for the third time to add more eligibility to my points and show that my opponent's points have no stance in this debate. Firstly, my opponent was saying that right to give birth is not actually a right. But according to the Universal Declaration of Human Rights in 1968, it was declared that right to life is actually a fundamental human right. Don't you know regulation is actually infringement of that right, because you are giving those children the ability to come to this life. What if the child that went to give birth was going to be the one to change the world? What if the child that would have been born would have been the way to stop carbon emissions? This is just fact, and I hope you are getting it. Moving on, you said it brings peace. But let me actually tell you, let's look at China's one-child policy. There was a man named Zhang Guam. He was a filmmaker in China. Now what's happened? He had 3 children and was fined 1.2 million, while others in his vicinity had more than 3 children but were not penalized. Why? Because of inequality. This policy is unequal. My opponent, it has no stance in our world today. Also, you said infrastructure, but let me correct you on something. Don't you know that when the government doesn't even have money to build infrastructure? Okay, let's look at Nigeria. Regulation on childbirth in Nigeria will actually decrease our economy. How you say? Nigeria is only called the giant of Africa. Why? Is it because of its high infrastructure? No, it's because of its large population. Because everyone knows the larger population, the larger the money that a particular economy has. Also, I would like to contribute some of my points that I have. Next one is unintended consequences. My opponent, this policy has a lot of plot holes. We ask ourselves, what happened to those who have natural blessings, such as twins, triplets, or quadruplets? What happened to those children? Are they taken by the government? Are they killed? What happened to the partners who are not sexually satisfied? What happened to them? These are questions we need to ask. It has led to high levels of abortion and high-risk pregnancies, and this is not what we want in our society. Also, you said parental responsibility. Why can't we look for an alternative? Why is emphasis made on genocidal policy? Emphasis should be made on educating parents, responsible parenthood, and making morally upright children. This can even make a better society for everyone together. Also, don't you know that larger families have larger impact on the society? We see today, large families have large impact on society in terms of creativity, in terms of innovation and technology. We see today, Mark Zuckerberg, okay, let's look at people we know. People in China actually have large families, right? Don't you say that China exports, we normally export and import from China. But let me tell you something. Let me give you statistics. China stopped its one-child policy in the time of 1979 to 2005. You tell me that after this thing has phased out, the population didn't grow. It has grown again. That China is now one of the greatest in terms of export and import in our world today. Also, you said that children that are on the homes, that are on the roads, they are on Okhaifo. But let me correct you on something. Is it better to be on road with no homes or to be dead? That question is for you. Now, inclusion. I hope with this baffling point of mine, Symphony of World has become a masterpiece. Thank you.
There you have it, Lagos. Kaba Theophilous, 15 years old, a student of Ideal Crystal School, Alakbere. Both debaters have gone head to head. Presentation, rebuttal, closing.
At this point, it's up to our judges to call them. And we know that the judges are already in the middle of this. It's going to be interesting to see how they go.
Indeed.
However, the decision, both candidates, both debaters can be proud of themselves, unique in their individual ways. And uniqueness is great,
right?
But certainly with an ability to marshal their points and, arrest attention. So, good work to both of you once again. We're very proud to have you two. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, it will be time for the decision and, of course, to hear from you who are listening at home right now. Right after this.
Lagos, I know I'm not the only one who gets worried or bothered about getting quality pre-owned gadgets or accessories, especially when I'm trying not to break the bank in getting a brand new one, if you know what I mean. And if you have that same concern, then you'll be interested in the gist I'm about to give you, okay? And this one is coming from Obiwizi, Nigeria's e-commerce platform for pre-owned gadgets. Lagos, with Obiwizi, it's quality guaranteed. And the part that comes means that it comes with a warranty. Yes, Lagos, they are Nigeria's home for gadgets with warranty, where you can purchase all your favorite gadgets and quality accessories, all brand new and pre-owned. So you see, you have nothing to worry about. Obiwizi has got your back. And guess what? You can also trade in your older devices to newer models in a simple and convenient way. So if or whenever you decide to sell off your device to meet that important cash obligation, then Obiwizi is definitely your guy. And you don't have to worry about delivery because Obiwizi delivers nationwide with offline and pickup stores in Ikeja, Lekki, Abuja, and Benin. So don't waste time. Call Obiwizi today on 0813 943 5241. 0813 943 5241, or you can visit their website at www.obiwizi.com. That is OBIWEZY.com. Or you can send them an email at info@obiwizi.com. That is info@obiwizi.com. You can also reach out to them on social media. Yes, they are there. On X, you can find them at Obiwizi, that's OBIWEZY in small letters, but they're temporarily not available on Instagram due to the activities of scammers and impersonators. So please, Lagos, watch out for any fake page. Remember, Lagos, if you need to purchase your favorite gadgets or accessories, whether brand new or pre-owned, Obiwizi is your guy.
Lagos, our judges have sent in their results.
Time for us to share what the judges decided today. Let me start quickly with Judge Ishoma. For the presentation round, Judge Ishoma scored Emmanuella 7, Theophilous 50. For the rebuttal rounds, Emmanuella 7 points, Theophilous 12. For the closing remarks, Emmanuella 5, Theophilous 12. For style, Emmanuella 3, Theophilous 5. For a total of 22 marks for Emmanuella and 42 for Theophilus.
And now moving on to Judge Okhaifo Ama. In the presentation round, Judge Ama gave Theophilus 10, Emmanuella 7. For rebuttal, Theophilus 11, Emmanuella awarded 6. For closing, Theophilus, you were awarded 12 marks. And Emmanuella, you were awarded 5. For style, Theophilus, you were awarded 10 points. Emmanuella, you were awarded 6. With a total of 43 for Theophilus and 24 for Emmanuella.
Which takes us to the Chief Judge's scorecard. For presentation, Emmanuella 5.5, Theophilus 20. Rebuttal round, Emmanuella 7.5, Theophilus 13. For the closing remarks, Emmanuella 5, Theophilus 18.5. For style, Emmanuella 4, Theophilus 9. For a total of 22 to Emmanuella and 60.5 to Theophilus.
And it appears Judge Ufoma's scores are quite similar. So a total of 55.5 for Theophilus and 39.5 for Emmanuella. Appears we have a clear winner, Femi.
It is clear. So, cumulatively, Emmanuella scored 68 marks, while Theophilus scored 145.4 marks. Congratulations, Theophilus.
Congratulations to you too, Emmanuella. You came, you were a formidable opponent, and you put up a good fight. Theophilus, as you exit the studio, you will get your topic for the round of 16. Congratulations on making it.
Thank you.
Emmanuel, I really do hope that you come back. I see that you're in SS2, so you have one more year. We look forward to having you next year, okay?
And,
so
a quick reminder.
Yes.
That Emmanuel is only 13.
Only 13.
She has that much fire in her at 13. Wait for 1 year and see her develop into something else. So we're looking forward to seeing you again.
I look forward to seeing you next year, and I really do hope that you sing your entry, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, my darling, don't you cry. You're such a brilliant opponent. I'm so proud of you. That issue there for you, okay? Lagos, we have to go on a break. Theophilus, congratulations.
Thank you, ma.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria.